Hey guys. I'm sure we've all heard the saying, conserve water, shower with a friend. I'm going to take it up a notch and tell you to conserve water by showering with your plants. Platonically. Well, who am I to judge? Obviously, you don't actually have to get in the shower with your plants for them to get all of these amazing benefits I'm going to talk to you about today, but it does conserve a little bit of water. So whether you decide to actually shower with your plants or not, I do hope by the end of this video that you consider giving your plants a shower. Reason number one, giving your plants a little shower does clean off the leaves. It removes dust and debris and allows the plant to better photosynthesize. If your plant is dusty, it will have a lot harder of a time converting sunlight into energy, resulting in weaker, less healthy growth. But keeping the plant clean leaves the plant less prone to diseases, bacterial and fungal infections, as well as pest outbreaks. A dirty environment is very conducive for bacterial and fungal infections. So let's start off on the right foot. Spray those plants. When speaking about cleaned up, dusted, healthy plants, we of course have to mention the benefit of dislodging plant pests, spider mites, mealybugs, and thrips. That strong blast stream of water can really help to knock them off the plant. And yeah, especially if it's an outbreak that's just in the beginning stages and you have some smaller... Are you breathing into my microphone? Are you obsessed with me? Yeah, I think you are. Okay, lay down. Especially when the bugs are in their smaller stages, at the beginning stages of an outbreak, that stream of water can help knock some of those little bugs off the plant so that there's less bug to deal with when you go to treat it, whatever you decide to use. Thrips, aphids, and spider mites are actually drawn to extremely dry environments. If your plant is getting super dusty, that may attract some little critters. It's best to just nip it in the bud and rinse off that dust beforehand. Of course, our plants getting a nice little shower can help with humidity. The more you rinse your plant, the less dry it's going to be at all times. Duh. Rinsing our plants regularly helps with that ambient humidity, especially when you have a lot of clustered plants. One of the cool things about being able to spray a plant off in the shower is that it makes it a lot easier to thoroughly saturate substrate, but also porous planters. And by thoroughly saturating porous planters like basalt or terracotta in the shower, it's going to hold on to humidity for a lot longer. When we're giving our plants just like a quick top water or even a bottom water, we're not always making sure that everything is completely thoroughly saturated. It's the planter itself, any additives, so like sphagnum moss, orchid bark, cocoa coir, cocoa husk, cocoa chips. All of those things are really able to absorb and hold a lot of moisture, but they have to have been given enough water for those additives to like really do their job and to keep the airflow flowing, but still humid down around the roots. That's really important. So by giving the plants a really thorough spray in the shower, you're just making sure that all of that is able to absorb what it's able to. What are you doing? And especially when you get a big cluster of plants together that have all been saturated this way, it really helps up the ambient humidity, which our tropical houseplants love. Yeah, you and I, we love those humid, muggy, warm showers. Our plants love them just as much, if not more than we do. A lot of these plants that we keep in our house, they're native to extremely humid environments. Our tropical plants love that. So giving them a quick warm shower just kind of boosts that. It's like a spa day. I cannot think of a better way to pamper your plant. Which brings me to the next point, which is giving our tropical plants a shower actually helps to stimulate growth. A lot of the tropical plants we keep in our house are native to rainforest environments, and they respond positively to the simulated rain shower. Their lineage that came from the rainforests have adapted to survive those rainy, humid conditions. I feel very lucky to have been able to visit Costa Rica this year. It taught me a lot about plant life because being someone that was born and raised in a very dry desert climate, I kind of didn't understand the idea of true humidity or like ambient humidity at all. So being able to visit the rainforests and the cloud forests helped me get a feel for what humidity should feel like. I mean, especially the cloud forest, it's 100% humidity. You like go like this and you're moving air droplets out of the air. And that's something I never understood, but plants, they love that shit. That's their bread and butter. My point here is a lot of these plants, where they're native, they're used to showers daily. It's definitely going to be a benefit to them to give them that when we can. The last point I'm going to talk about is honestly probably the least important one in terms of plant health, but the most important one in terms of plant keepers. Okay? Hear me out. It is for aesthetic purposes, which aesthetic. I hate that word too, but the aesthetics of plants kind of have a like mental benefit for us plant keepers. Me personally, when my plants look clean and healthy and well cared for, it makes it a lot easier to take the time day to day to do my different little plant tasks. Obviously, some tasks just suck and they're always going to. I'm looking at you, sulfur dip. Diatomaceous earth spray and rinse off. Pest prevention and management. When I'm on top of all of these things and keeping my plant clean, they just look better. When they look better, I feel better and I get more enjoyment out of doing whatever it is with my plants. Even just looking at my plants, I get more enjoyment out of it when they're clean, and I'm more willing to spend time taking care of my plants because it's just much more good feely, you know? And ultimately, keeping plants is a hobby. If you're feeling some type of way about your plants, sometimes giving them a really thorough soak in the shower is what they need to come around. I've seen it firsthand with a bunch of my plants this year. It was a little bit of a struggle year for me plant care wise, but you know, in those times when I felt like I wasn't doing enough for my plants, sometimes throwing them in the shower, giving them a spray down to remove all the dust, debris, potential issues is all my plants needed, because for the most part, they're doing okay now. All it takes sometimes is a good shower. So yes, shower with your plants, people. I personally shower my plants twice a year. Ideally, I would shower them seasonally, but that's just not in the cards for me right now. Maybe when my kids go to school, then I'll be able to shower them 4 times a year. For right now, that seems to be working. It's keeping my plants relatively clean, kind of pest-free. We've been dealing with the mealy bugs, not so much upstairs, mostly downstairs. But I do spray my plants upstairs way more than downstairs. So maybe that's saying something. Anyway, my battery is going to die. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!